Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Blended Sense Walk and Talk. I'm your host, co-founder and president, Albert Baez, and today on this beautiful morning, we are out here in the Bee Caves in Galleria Mall, and I cannot wait to introduce you to our guest. She is incredible, feisty, fierce, and super knowledgeable about all things real estate. She recently relocated from California, and a lot of what we're going to talk about is on relocation and helping you set up your new home in your new area, in your new city, right? So without further ado, everyone, please give a warm, huge welcome to our guest today, Nicole Chistopherson.
Thank you, Albert. I'm so honored to be here and share my story. It's been a part of my life for the last year, and we have not kept it a secret because there are so many intricacies that go into relocating your family, expanding your business, and supporting one another, because my husband and I are a team. So, you know, it's not just me coming here. He had a business, he was expanding here as well. So it's been our adventure is what we call it, our family adventure.
And I can totally relate to that. As we'll get into the conversation, you know, I relocated here as well with my wife, and now we have a kid and building a family here in Austin. But tell everybody, you know, our viewers are typically real estate professionals themselves, right? Buyers, sellers, technology experts, investors, you know it. So tell them a little bit about you, how you got into real estate, how long you've been doing it.
I was telling the story last night at the top of the Otis Hotel because my parents are actually in town. I moved back from Spain after college. And
as one does, right?
And my dad, I mean, I didn't study abroad. I sent myself there after college because it's a bucket list item, and I knew if I didn't do it then, I was never gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I lived in Granada, and then when I came back, my dad said, my friends who are realtors have this amazing ability to be fishing with me in Cabo and doing business. He's like, I think you should try this. And I said, all right, here it goes. Bilingual educator going to interview in a real estate position. And here I am 20 years later, and he was telling the story last night, and he's like, I just watched you all day long work while you were walking with your mom and I and spending time with us, and we leave tomorrow, and this is what I thought you would enjoy in life. And so 20 years later, I mean, I appreciate him pushing me to do something uncomfortable. I interviewed with 30 companies.
Wow.
Like, I'm an educator, I speak Spanish and English, and I don't know nothing about real estate.
¿Y habla español todavía?
Un poquito, no practico mucho.
Amazing, awesome. Well, as far as like, since you've gotten into real estate, you were doing real estate before Austin in a huge market as well, right? And a like highly sought out.
Southern California, Orange County, coastal Orange County, suburbs of Orange County.
So let's talk about that a little bit, because what was your experience there building and you're a broker. I think that's also very unique, right?
Yep, I was a broker owner in California, got into real estate at a boutique firm called Strata Properties, which was when boutique firms kind of started. People were breaking off of the big conglomerate commercial brokerages, and worked under a broker there as an assistant, and then got about 13 years into my career and had moved around to some companies. As they got acquired, we'd move to the next boutique, and the principals at Strata would start another boutique. And so say I did about 3 or 4 moves just to stay with my peer group that supported me, and we did same kind of business and things like that. But then it just got to a point where the third-party aggregates like Zillow and those ones started hitting, and I was trying to do stuff and stay innovative, and other people didn't want to do it, or I just said, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna go on my own. And my clients asked my clients, and they said, we hire you. We don't hire your company. So go for it. We support you 100%. And here I am, almost 9 years later.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, in a new market, growing a new team, and my team in California is amazing. And it just was a leap of faith, but it also was something that just taught me. Now I know how to start a business and grow a team and operate the business.
Well, and I think real estate agents forget that, especially when they're first starting out, is that they are running their own business, right? And like twofold. One, they're running their own business, and then, like you just said, the clients are buying them, right, in that relationship. And so
not all teams and brokerages are run that way. Teams are all structured differently. So the number one thing when I grow my team or somebody wants to come and join us, they have to fit the culture, because I look at them and I say, this is your business. I'm gonna do what I do, and you can piggyback and share off it and learn, but this is your business. If you go somewhere else, you need to take this with you and everything you've learned. Don't just sit and wait for me to do it all for you. You know what I mean? That is part of the learning process in real estate when I really felt like I succeeded for myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't waiting for somebody else to tell me what to do or how to do it.
Man, I love that. I love that. It relates so much to entrepreneurship and technology, which is the world that I'm in. So, awesome. Well, again, Nicole, thank you so much for being here with us. I want to dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode, which is all around relocation. You've obviously made a name for yourself in that area and helping families in that process, which is huge. I'll start with a little story about me and why I came to Austin from New York City. Born and raised in New York, most New Yorkers don't leave. But for me, it was my job, right? I got a massive opportunity to come out here and train. The company was getting ready to exit. And so, they bumped my salary. They also told me Texas doesn't do state taxes. And then they also, put a nice little package for me to relocate. And so I came down here with my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now, and she had never been to Texas. So she took a leap of faith. Right? A huge leap of faith, one-way ticket this way. When she landed, she's like, I can't believe how big the sky is. She's from like central Massachusetts. And I didn't think I was gonna be here now almost 9 years. But here I am now with an almost 2-year-old and growing a family in Austin, Texas. So for me, it's been a super positive experience, but I'm sure there's so many things to consider when it comes to relocation. So let's dive into like the psyche of a family or an individual relocating, the motives behind that, and then kind of some of the things that you help them get over as they go through that process.
I mean, from our experience, it was all about timing. And it's like on both sides of the timing spectrum. Timing of when the right time is to transition your children if they're in school, because I had that component. I have 2 children. Timing of when you transition your business, and what that transition looks like. Timing of all the components about a move. Right now, it is super difficult to get a moving company to take you from the West Coast to central United States, like extremely difficult. So establishing those relationships and the timing of that was, key. Timing of your real estate transactions. You don't want to be put out of house and home. And we had some intricacies here in Texas with the freeze in 2021. So, that was right at the beginning of my real estate transaction here. Wow. So timing was a huge part of it. I think area knowledge is another part. Schooling, where you want your kids to go to school, access to multiple schools, because not every child goes to the same school or has the same needs. Having my education background. I know that's really important for a family relocating, so we try to focus on that.
And the community around that family, right? Like how you get integrated into a brand new community as a family for your kids, for you, all that.
Yeah, it's really important. We started our search in another area of Texas, and then it rapidly changed to Austin. So I'd say we spent about 45 days in the Dallas area in November and December of 2020, and then landed here in Austin February 8th of 2021. And we were under contract within 24 hours on our house and moved 8 weeks later. So talk about timing there. Yeah. Like that's not something you plan, that just happened and we just leaned into it. We said it was our adventure from that point on. So it's been really rewarding to get uncomfortable with change. And to maybe not wait and spend so much time thinking about stuff and just trust your heart in it too, or trust the professionals you're working with.
I love that you just said, uncomfortable with change. How much of your relationship with your clients in relocation is about helping them get over that emotional hump?
Yeah, no, we educate our clients from the beginning, and now I can share so much more personal experience because my parents moved once since I was born.
My parents have never moved.
Okay, and
since I was born.
Yeah, and I've moved 3 times in the last 6 years.
Wow.
My husband's always kind of forging forward, and I love him for this, but we had just moved 2 years prior. So I really can relate to my clients now, and even to my team to have them explain to their clients what that means and what it feels like. We just helped a family in San Diego relocate to Florida.
Wow.
And they have 4 kids, and it was rapid, and we had to time the transactions. And the first thing I told them the minute we started looking at offers on their house, I'm like, schedule your moving trucks and make sure they're available. Because if you can't get your things moved to Florida, then we're working against ourselves on time. So it's just magical to be able to share my experience. You know, it's hard transitioning a family. It's hard learning everything brand new again, but it depends on your perspective. And I have a positive perspective every day. I lead, work hard, smile large. It's our family motto. My kids are, you know, positive forces, and so it helps a lot.
Oh, for sure. Going through such a big change, I can imagine having someone like you who's, you know, every time I've interacted with you has been positive, has been a big smile, has been, you know, just leaving me. People don't remember, they remember very little, but they never forget how you make them feel. And I've always felt that from you. So I'm sure your clients appreciate that. So you've been talking about the moving company. And I think that's another key element to relocating is like, there's a lot of little nuances and details that people typically might not think about. What are some of those? So moving company for sure, right? Because of the timing, that's so important, getting that locked in. What other things when relocating should someone consider?
With regards to timing?
Well, not even just timing, just like other ancillary services outside of the
I mean, your vehicles, let's talk about that. That's not an accurate, that's not accurate. And are there vehicles available where you're going? I mean, Austin, there's been times where we've had clients coming here and there's no rental vehicles available. So we turn to Turo and other avenues, or, you know, if I have to offer up my personal vehicle, I will. I have a condo downtown. If you can't get a place to stay, 'cause there's too many events happening in Austin, we'll put you up. Like, it's all about making the experience stress-free and positive and trying to be one step ahead. Like, I want my clients to be one step ahead on the intricacies of a transaction and a contract. So they trust that they know what's going on when I give them, you know, quick updates and things like that. But making the experience as stress-free as possible is what we do with our clients. Exclusive representation just means making sure you know we've got you taken care of. It's not just about getting your signature on that line and, you know, letting it ride through. We're there every step of the way, which is helpful. And actually creates a lot of repeat business and referrals. And that's the basis of everything we do here and in California. So.
What are some of the places, now that you've been in Austin a decent amount of time, what are the places that you're typically, you know, you got a family out from California who's like, hey, Nicole, I'm thinking about coming to Austin. What neighborhoods would you recommend?
It depends on what their lifestyle is like. You know, I've got friends that moved here 5 years ago that live up north of the city in Round Rock. Majority of the friends and sphere of influence and people that I'm with are kind of west, you know, Travis County, Hayes County. But then you take into consideration the pause on development in Hayes County, and so we have to play that into it. Then you take into consideration the property tax rates, because that's, I mean, you may not have income tax, but then you play into the property taxes, and so we really educate them on all of that. And South Austin's great too. I mean, being down south of the city is where we find ourselves at local eateries and stuff. We don't just stay out here in the Bee Cave area. We go all over the place. I was on a rooftop last night, you know, with my family, with my husband's company, and we like to see the city from like a lot of different perspectives. Whether I'm on a paddleboard on Lady Bird Lake or on a scooter downtown, trying to go get some fried chicken at a famous spot. We try to explore as much as we can so I can share that with my clients.
So good.
You know, not everybody has kids, not everybody's married, and so we like seeing the city, and it's never ending. There's always something to do.
That's so authentic. I've played baseball my whole life, and it was always hard for me to play for a coach that didn't play. And I feel like this is so relatable to, like, with your clients, right? It's like, yes, Nicole is giving me this advice because she's experienced it herself, and I think that's so
I'm
cool.
a yes person. Like, if I have to say no, it's really uncomfortable, and that's, I mean, sometimes in business you have to say no, so we definitely are very cognizant of that. But in life, I mean, try to say yes to everything. And my husband gets tired. He's like, God, Nicole, like, stop. I mean, if you looked at my schedule the last 3 weeks from California to here to back-to-back events and launching Work Hard, Smile Large, it just fills my soul. And then every experience I have, my children see that. A lot of it are experiencing it with us now. I'm trying to lean into them to be really good entrepreneurs and be a part of Work Hard, Smile Large and NMC here. And so we just can share that with more people.
The kids coming in with the referrals too, talking to their friends back in California. Hey, are you guys planning on moving soon? I love that. I love that.
Talk to their friends about what it's like to move and started a new school and new sports and activities and it's a new lifestyle.
That's super unique and I think valuable. Like, not just the parents, right, but the kids moving are also going through change.
You guys, it's a family, like, and if they can explain themselves and their feelings to somebody about what this transition was like for them, that means so much to me because that helps them explain their feelings later on in life and know how to grow and adapt and things like that. So we launched Work Hard, Smile Large so we could create a community for kids. We create networking groups. We have the opportunity to meet one another and learn and grow through our business together and entertainment things we go and do. But children, we structure them so much and they're so limited on that. That's what I want Work Hard, Smile Large to do. I want them to be able to stay in touch with one another, write to one another, like go back traditionally, like write something and not be on a device. I have realtors who are, you know, nearing retirement who have been the president of the board in Newport Beach and stuff that want to pen pal with the children here and talk to them about business or whatever they're experiencing in life and create this community of communication like a networking group. So the kids are built up, so they're inspired, so they can share with one another. And it's not just for girls, it's for boys too. And as a professional to lean into the youth and help them see that their hard work is worth it in today's day and age is amazing. It's been the best feeling ever for the last month, and I can't wait to see where it goes. But this is something that I've pulled my children into, and it's not just something we say anymore, because I say work hard and they say smile large every morning before they leave me. And that's really how it started. But now they can explain it to their friends and they can talk to their friends in California about it, and it's inspiring them. And that's just like another source of energy, like a lightning bolt.
Gosh, and for your clients and the families you help, that's amazing.
And the professionals I don't get to see, my peers, you know, we're able to connect through that now too. So it's magical.
I got a tricky question for you. How do you pitch Californians or even New Yorkers, East Coast people coming here about the fact that there's no ocean for a couple hours?
My lifestyle is so much more outdoorsy and active here, minus the ocean. I used to drive 5.5 hours to get to a lake. We had a lake house in Lake Havasu. I would drive, 30 minutes or so to the beach and pack all my stuff up. I'm 15 minutes to the dock on the boat. We're, surfing behind the boat, we're tubing, we're hanging out on a raft. I'm in the pool twice a day. I mean, the days are so long here. So, and then we're
it's so true. I mean,
we're outdoors so much more. Yeah,
I can relate 100%. So, I came from the concrete, so for me it was like definitely no brainer, more active here, but.
And honestly, people don't go to the beach as much as you think. Like they really, I'm serious, unless you're a surfer or you have your kids are little and that's just a place to park it and hang out for the day. We didn't take advantage of the ocean as much as I would have liked to. So now when we go back and visit, we appreciate it so much more and we spend so much more time with the sand in our feet. Whereas before we would just go have lunch and look at it or do something like that because it was just so expected to just be there. So we appreciate it a lot more now.
It has been so awesome walking and talking with you. I think we're this is the spot, right? Runaway Luna?
Yes. This is their new spot. They just moved over here from the other side of the Galleria.
Yeah. So if one of our viewers is looking to connect with you and talk to you about relocation or really anything, right? How can they get a hold of you?
You can follow us on social media at NMC Realty. You can go to our website, nmcrealty.com, and our contact information is there.
Amazing. Are you growing the team?
Easy. I am growing the team. I think we're gonna have another agent join us this coming week here in Austin, and we have another agent joining us in California as well. So,
amazing.
Yes, it's been wonderful, and I love hearing other people's goals and helping them along the journey and inviting them into our adventure.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today. I can't wait to get some of this amazing coffee and get our day started for the second half of it.
It's a good day.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Blended Sense Walk and Talk. Remember, get up, get out there, get some walking in, get those creative juices flowing.
Work hard, smile large.
Work hard, smile large, be okay with the change, right? Be comfortable with the change. And if you need help relocating, make sure to reach out to Nicole Chistopherson. Again, my name is Albert Baez, and I cannot wait to walk and talk with you on the next episode.